Well, here we are, James.
Here we are.
It feels like it's been a long 3 months, but here we are sitting in the hangar with the racetrack in front of us.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Nice job, man.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
A lot of hard work, a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of volunteers.
Well, I appreciate you just lending your heart to this diehard mission, as we call it. We really enjoy building racetracks and bringing community together.
Yeah.
And I feel like you kind of come alongside us with that same heart.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah. So racers, we can't wait to bring you to the hangar. This racetrack, this surface is everything and more than I had hoped it would be. The grip level in which we've tested some cars, some different tires. What we found is we brought so much moisture into the hangar in this clay that every tire seems to work. As this clay dries out, we're going to learn more. But right now, there's a lot of moisture in this surface, but it is a blast. However, you got to clean your car when you're done playing on it. But that's just part of the experience at the hangar to start with. But we'll adjust and figure it out from there.
Yeah, you always got to take your goods with your bads.
You really do. You really do. And honestly, there's way more goods. I don't even worry about cleaning my car. It's so fun.
Yeah.
So Brenda, thank you for doing the video series that we've done throughout this. Brenda Wilson has put countless hours into capturing this story.
Yeah.
And the reason I feel like it's important to capture this story is because we want to bring our viewers and our community that support us along with us through this, because we're doing it for you. We wouldn't be doing it without you. We thank you guys for your support. So many of you have been alongside us for so many years. Mm-hmm. And for us to be able to bring this new location and just build a future that takes us into new experiences together, it's really exciting.
Yeah. Well, the videos were interesting because, you try and have it finished product under 15 minutes. And the videos were very broken up. And we had some audio issues sometimes. There's always, things work and things don't work. But normally I'd pare down about an hour's worth of videos to 12 minutes. So I hope that everybody enjoyed the final product and got to see everything that we were doing out here. So we ended up with 8 weeks of weekly videos that we put out. And then
out of
a lot of reels.
11 or 12 weeks of work performed. Yeah. So there's still some stuff that we'll slowly release that haven't been put out. But other than that, she did a really good job of getting it all out. We kind of went dark in the last month simply because we were in go mode, right? Mm-hmm. And then also we wanted to, kind of keep it a little bit of a mystery for you guys as we got the track in. As the dirt crew, we had to schedule around their worlds. These guys all work for a living, and the dirt crew took time out of their lives to come in here and put down layout number 1 out of 10 that Matthew Miller's drawn up for this facility already. We chose one that's fairly simple, has a really good flow to it, not big jumps, because we just need to learn this surface and learn what we're able to produce in here as far as our features and the size of our features go.
Yeah. Let's go back to the beginning when James came and Evan brought you out here to look. And
so let's just talk about that. So Evan Micon, you began this journey for us. You gave us, we got to reunite. James and I knew each other and met each other in the past. But Evan was able to bring us back together for this season, right? Yeah. What did you think of us when we rolled in here, James?
That's a hard question to answer on.
But try to be nice.
You look like good people and everything, and I was a little bit iffy and didn't realize how much we were actually going to how much work we were going to put into this place.
We don't do anything small around here.
Yeah. Diehard goes big.
We go big, yeah.
And you opened up my mind to a lot of opportunities that our typical budget doesn't allow, right?
Yeah.
And so we are built on volunteer, donation, don't have the means that you were able to produce to get us this far in this amount of time.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I should
So
have warned
Brett,
you.
when you first came into this building and you saw it, what did you think?
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
I just was blown away at, you guys got to realize, years and years of searching for a facility that would bring a year-round experience to our racers. Years. I've visited several different locations that, anyway, I won't go into it, but it's always been a dream. And for us to walk into this building and see an opportunity in a location like Duval, in a setting that's similar to Diehard as far as the landscape, you're back here away from neighbors, you don't have a lot to worry about as far as infringement upon other people and noise, right? So anyway, I knew it was special immediately. I knew it was special. I knew there was a story here. I could see a story in the building. I knew a little bit about, from his quick story to me, about how this building was brought here, and how the Cooks put this building here, and where it came from. And I just knew that we had something special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really the same thing I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Like, besides where it came from.
Yeah. No, there's a story behind this building that we're trying to capture just through our branding of it, and just the way that we present Diehard RC at the hangar. James's dad is a big part of this story, and the fact that we're here is in thanks to that man and his business sense, and how James was able to share it with us is from his past, from his father.
Well, we wanted to honor that throughout this whole thing.
Totally.
Every step of the way, when we were showing the building, when we were improving on the building, all the things and the work that we put into it.
I got to hear all the Cook stories, and some of them you don't want to share. I mean, they're pretty scary the way this building went up, and to think that he survived it.
Amazing.
Tells you a little bit about James. He's a hard worker, and that's why him and I really hit it off, because we both have work ethic that doesn't stop.
Well, and I remember we came in here, and it was storage. But Brett, you from the very beginning had an image in your mind. Like, you were talking about the wall, you were talking about the driver's stand and the two spaces, and the outside pitch. You were talking about that from day one. How did you come in and imagine all of that?
I think a lot of it was the want that I've always had in my mind. So when I saw a building that had the ability to produce two different programs under one roof, it was pretty easy to try to draw it all together, right? Because it's always been kind of in the back of my mind as a want, a need, to continue to build Diehard in a direction that is affordable, right? RC is a tough business, and James has got the heart to allow us to do this in a way that we're able to bring this to the racers and keep the cost down to where families can do this together, right? That's our ultimate goal, right? Is to keep this affordable for people, and so that families, if you got kids, you can bring them and they can be with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when we started this project also, it was in the middle of our season at the park. So, we're busy. We have 10 different tracks at the park. It's on 50 acres. We have people camping. We have a lot happening. So in my mind, I was like, you're going to do what? How is that even going to happen? So
yeah, she didn't seem very, very optimistic at first.
Well, tell us a little bit about how you started this in July.
Yeah, but I started building amazing teams around me years ago. So it's because of that is why we're able to do it.
Yeah.
It's hard. I get emotional about that, but these people are the heart and soul of Diehard, and they are the reason why I was able to disappear from Diehard for months, come back, perform our events, because they had my back the whole time, right? So when I showed back up at Diehard, the tracks were ready. The race director was there because he said he would be. The track crews, there's 3 different track crews that were on point all summer long, had their ducks in a row. The tracks were amazing.
Yeah.
And we're a team. That's how.
And that's why we keep doing this. I mean, we've
Yeah.
been doing this for 10 years, and the reason we keep doing it, I mean, we're not going to get rich in RC, but we get rich in the experiences through this community that we have. The people that come alongside us and volunteer and help us build our programs, um, that's what makes us
I'd
feel
start
rich.
spitting names out, but I'm honestly going to forget because there's so many, and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's
Too
time for
many.
that. But right now, I'm not going to try to produce all the names that have my
Yeah.
back. But I just want to look at you and say thank you.
And James, let me ask you, so, we went to lunch and we were just kind of talking about everything, and we went through our mission statement a little bit about, that we just strive to create a place for community to learn and grow together. We want to reach out to veterans, children, families. That's our goal. And how does that align with what you wanted to accomplish by bringing us out here?
And it perfectly aligns perfectly. That's what I was thinking about. Like before I met you guys, we had the AMA youth program down here. The kids were down here flying airplanes and stuff. So in my mind, I really love kids. I mentor and stuff like that. So kids are my world. And to produce a place like this, I do it a lot for the community, but a lot for also their kids, the community's kids, which,
That's great.
yeah,
Yep.
I love it.
If you could just reach a handful of them, that's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Just
Yeah.
do my part in, the
And a lot of you don't know, but James already had a plan for this building, and it did involve remote control and bringing people to it, right? He had what was going to be, what were you going to call it?
Cook's RC Adventure.
Cook's RC Adventure. So 5 years ago or so, I met him at the expo, and he was handing out flyers for Cook's RC Adventure in Duval, and I was like, interesting. And then he disappeared, and I didn't see him for 5 years, and we were reunited, and yeah.
But the dream's
But he
alive.
always had the same kind of want to do this with the building. I don't think he quite knew the Diehard style that we were going to throw at it, but here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is step one, so we have a lot more adventure ahead of us.
So it
I
still
have
will
a
be a
feeling-
Cook's RC Adventure with just a stamp on it of Diehard. All right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to go back through like week by week and kind of talk about?
We can hit some key points.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the key points that I remember is coming out here, and the building had been taken back by Mother Nature. There was
You mean taken over?
Taken over.
Yeah.
I didn't imagine how you could get it.
Well, one of my friends, Brooks, said to me, I wouldn't worry about the outside. You got enough work to do on the inside.
Yeah.
And I couldn't envision ignoring the fact that the blackberries had engulfed pretty much 2/3 of the building.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was step one, was for me to try to just bring this old building, out of its shell.
Well, and if you wouldn't have gotten the outside, we wouldn't have been able to do the parking lot. And we wouldn't have been able to do that outside pit area. And we wouldn't have been able to get to this beautiful clay that's on the track either.
Well, believe it or not, the day that we came out here, James has a small excavator, and the most important part of this build was what materials in the ground. And so we did potholing day one of being out here.
Yeah.
We put the excavator down in the field and dug down about 4 feet and found what we thought was going to lead to some pretty good clay, but we didn't know what 6 feet was going to give us, and it gave us literally clay infused with, I wish it was real gold, but it's fake gold.
No, but it sparkles.
But it sparkles. It does. In the
I
sun.
like sparkles.
In the sun, this stuff looks like it's gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's talk about like week 5. We were
Jumping
still,
right ahead.
Yeah. Let's. So next month we dug out the building.
Yep.
And now we're like inside the building. So it's been a month.
Well, let's kind of reel back. The original idea for this layout was going to be the driver's stand was going to be on the wall that the hangar doors are on.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to face the wall. The track was going to face the wall that the flag was on. that was going to be pretty good, but the view through the big, huge beams that support this was something I couldn't get out of my brain. I couldn't wrap my mind around how we were going to race into the other areas of the buildings on the other side of those beams. And then one day, we were standing over here behind us, right where the Great Wall of Poly's been built. And we're standing on there, and I look out and I see a better view of the angle of the building. I could see through the beams. I could see a much better flow of track building by facing this direction. And then all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute, this area behind us, James, how big is that? And he tells me. I said, well, that's pretty darn close to my carpet track size. And so that's how it kind of clicked that day, where the wall that James had poured 4 years ago.
Yeah. Or yeah, about
somewhere in there. Yeah. And he built that wall. It's silly to think back now. He just wanted to put a drift track, an RC drift track on that side of the hangar.
That was going to be my retaining wall right there.
And that was his retaining wall, right? So anyway, that was the start of the Great Wall of Poly.
Yeah. I remember coming in here and I was standing on that retaining wall and you're like, look out there. What do you see? And I'm like, oh, it's much bigger if you go that way, right?
Yeah.
And I think that makes sense. And we switched gears, which I love. I love throughout this whole project, something happens and easily you and James switch gears.
He's pretty easygoing fella.
Yeah, but I think
threw him for some
it
big
says
ones.
a lot to your guys' ingenuity.
Yeah.
In that something breaks down and you're fixing it. Something's in the backwoods and you're digging it out and bringing it new life.
Well, and there's so many tools that were pulled out of the Cook family farm that were big part of why we're able to get this done. Like the dump trucking. I mean, that old Kenworth, James.
I saved her.
Do you imagine how much in trucking you would have spent if that thing wouldn't have fired and got us over here? The day it came out was after about, 8 years of sitting there without even going to work. And we start loading it with clay or dirt. I think it was dirt that day. And it went to work day one.
Yeah. And
day
it's
one.
still
runs.
It's been great.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Well, and then our last video.
Well, let's not jump too far past this wall behind us.
Okay.
Okay. So the wall behind us, I'm standing on a foundation, and it's starting to hit me that this could be 2 facilities under one roof. And I look up, and it's almost a 20-foot tall wall.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really easy for me to say, let's just build a wall, because that's pretty much what I said, right? Yeah. We're just going to put a wall on this,
yeah.
Right?
And we all thought.
And then it was like, well, we'll build a driver stand out of it. And then I had a couple of my buddies with me. I think Aaron Brooks came up with part of the idea of how we did this, right? And then anyway, it just built off each other. And then I couldn't quite wrap my mind around, let's just build a wall. I had to bring somebody in that could actually get the wall built. While James and I performed a million other tasks, Paulie Fitchin is the rock star of this wall. So when you see him, pat him on the back.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
It is very impressive.
It's impressive. This driver stand in our mind had to look like it was floating off of this wall. That's what I wanted. I wanted the look of a floating driver stand that was cantilevered out of the wall, without the beam work that a typical driver stand has under it.
And it's solid.
It works.
Yeah,
it works great.
That race director booth, show me another one.
Oh yeah.
It's so unique, you guys.
It's beautiful.
It was a tough build. I don't think there's an actual corner in the thing. It's built off of I-beam. So there was welding involved. There was all of the trades were involved, to get it done. Another community member came in, a professional welder, welded for 50 years. Brett McCarty's dad came in and he put the stamp of approval on
all the welding.
Yeah. He did it all. I mean, we tacked it in so that we could get it up in the air, and then he came in and finished the welds. And you guys, you can trust this man.
Well, and let's talk about the lights too.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So Brett says, "Hey James, I want you to order these on Amazon." What'd I tell you to order? How many? like 100 lights.
Yeah, something like
A
that.
box of 100 that was like $1,500, right? So they came. They were sitting here. Well, we got hooked up with Kingdom Electric. Okay, Lawrence Ruby.
He's our consultant.
He is our consultant. He came in day one, and I showed him what lights we were going to use. And he looked at me and says, I can't do this job. I said, what do you mean? He said, I can't use those lights. I said, why? We got them on Amazon because they don't have any kind of listing on them. There's no UL. There's nothing on them that is United States approved. There's nothing you can do in this industry that I can put my name on and when I'm consulting this job that says you guys can use those lights. So they got returned. Him and his vendor did the research and they came up with this lighting package.
Amazing.
That I never would have dreamed of affording, but he reached deep into his pocketbook. And you guys, there's lighting in here that this old man hasn't been able to see a racetrack like this at night.
Ever.
Yeah, this lighting is pro.
It's like day in
It's
here.
really good at night.
Yeah, it is. Well, we got plants in here because you can grow plants under these lights. I'm telling you, there's landscaping going in.
Somebody was kidding and they landscaped for us. So
kidding, but not kidding. It's kind of growing on me.
Yeah, it's gonna stick.
I think it's gonna stick.
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. We
could fit one in here, by the way.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
But we were supposed to have a race on the 8th yesterday.
Yeah.
And it got canceled.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this area of Duval and the floodplain.
Yeah, huh, James? James lived here for a lot of years, a lot of floods, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, not here, but Snoqualmie Valley.
Snoqualmie Valley, right? Yeah. So the Cook family farm is 3-4 miles up the road on 202. They've actually got a vehicle designed to get them out of their farm because of the floods in the Snoqualmie Valley. Okay. This is the lowest point in the access road into here is the lowest point in the valley in the floodplain. So there's one area on this road that if there is any kind of chance of flooding, it's going to see the water. It's weird though. Incarnation, the only gauge that we have to really predict any kind of flooding over this road is Incarnation. Okay, I'm learning all this, right? But the problem with that is that's way up the road, that's way east, so there's a 12-hour delay in that number that we see on that flood meter, right? So we have to do the math. Well, if it says that it's going to be anything over the number 51, is that right?
Yeah.
So 51 and higher, that means water over the road here in Duval 12 hours later. So this week, that number was 52 point blah, 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 right? And that was on Thursday. Yeah. And the rain was coming down so loud that we were yelling at each other in the building because it was that much rain, right? And so if I'm going to bring the racers to a race that then shows you guys might get stuck here, it's not going to flood here. It's just the road. You just can't do that. So there's going to be more of that. I'm afraid that's just part of the good with the bad, as James said earlier. You just got to realize that all things have its challenges, and that's going to be our challenge going forward with events during these months in particular. November is our first month. We might not even book a race until middle or end of November next year because of what we've learned. And then as the months get colder and the snow stays in the mountains, that starts to kind of not be as big of a deal. Yeah. Okay. So that's what happened. There's going to be more of that, you guys. It might look like a boy cried wolf here, and you know, it ended up being a beautiful weekend. We had 6 or 8 people out here because we needed to test this surface, right? And we did, and you guys are going to be blown away at what this thing races like.
Well, and when's our next race?
The 22nd of November, and we're going to be ready for you guys. As long as the old creek don't rise, you know, and and that number stays below 51, you guys are coming to the hangar, and you're going to experience this. What I want you to do is check my website, and I need you to check Facebook and stay. Every time you drive to the hangar, go on diehardrc.com/calendar check it out.
Yeah.
Please, that is your responsibility to know before you show up here if there's access, because also you're going to see us add future open track dates. Brendan and I sat this morning and talked about what that looks like. That looks like a lot of Wednesdays. That looks like a lot of Friday nights, and they're going to be added to the calendar this week. So
Yeah.
you guys are going to have opportunity to come get your cars dirty, because that will happen here at the hangar.
Yeah.
And check it out.
Yeah, so Wednesdays and Fridays. And on the November 22nd race, we will have a food truck. She's Couples is going to be
Oh,
here.
awesome. Awesome.
So we're going to make that a big old party, and we're super excited for that event. And then more to come on Wednesdays and Friday practices.
Here's what to expect when you get to the hangar. If it's daytime, it's not that cold. It's 60 degrees right now. We're sitting in here, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, as we proceed into the winter, in this building, fans will be running because we dump the fumes out with our fans, right? It's going to be cold in the hangar, okay? So just be ready for that. Come here with coats on. Come here ready to stay warm when you're racing in the hangar. But as you exit the hangar, you're going to go into the pits, and we're going to try to keep some kind of warmth and some kind of heat going in there by allowing you guys to bring your personal propane heaters. No electric heaters, propane heaters only. Don't bring me something that looks like it's going to burn my house down. But if it's a safe propane heater, bring it, okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the white tent's going to have tables. But I would still plan to bring your own tables for the pit area right behind us. Everything you need to race that day, everything you need to stay warm that day. Parking out front is marked out in spaces. If you have a car trailer, you're going to back the car trailer towards the hangar doors at an angle. We'll set some lines out for you to do that, okay? So car trailers, RVs, not going to happen really out here this year. This time of year, the grass areas are very wet. You'll just get buried. But however, up in Carnation, there's a beautiful RV. Brenda saw.
Yeah, it's a state.
It's a state or
King
county or whatever
it's
it
King
is.
County. You can
Yeah,
go
so there's a
and look
place
in
just,
Carnation.
and that's just a few minutes up the
Yeah.
road. So you can bring an RV, but you'll have to park it off site and drive in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for giving a recap. Any last words before we end the video?
I can't wait to race with people in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
excited.
this was awesome.
Yeah.
So
A lot of hard
I
work.
can't wait to share it with you guys. Can't wait for you to meet Sam. She's behind the camera today. You're going to meet Sam, James's girlfriend. They each have a kid that loves RC. So you're going to meet Levi. You're going to meet Logan. They were both here playing with their cars. As soon as they saw a track build, they couldn't wait to get on it, and they've been here every day since. And that's exactly what we wanted, huh, James?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's like
Yep.
partially why I built this place. Is for
Exactly.
Levi and me to have fun.
Yep. So you
Now
guys will
we got-
meet the Cook family and the kids that go with them. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for following along and all of your support. We really appreciate you, and we can't wait to show you what we've accomplished here.
All right. We'll see you out at Diehard or see you at the hangar soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Great.